Hi my dear students, welcome you all to the class. Today we are going to discuss the main topic, that is redemption of preference shares. What is preference shares here? Preference shares are those shares that are having some kind of preference in repayment of dividend and capital amount. Then equity shares, it is called as what? Preference shares. Example, I am getting some kind of profit. By using those profit, first I need to pay to the interest to the debentures, next I need to pay the preference dividend, then preference capital, then whatever the amount is belongs to whom? It belongs to equity shares. So before paying to equity shares, first I need to pay to some kind of shareholders. Those kind of shareholders it is called as what? That is preference shares. Means preference in the sense what? Priority. Then come to your preference shares. You may cross around some kind of different kinds of preference shares. One is cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, participating. Next one, non-participating. Next one, convertible, non-convertible, redeemable, then irredeemable. These are the kinds of preferences. First one, what is cumulative preferences? See, when come to dividend, if the company incurring a huge profit, then only I am going to pay some kind of dividend to the preferences, right? Suppose, example, in the present year, I am getting loss here. Like in 2010, I am incurred a loss, right? In this year, I need to pay dividend, assume it as 10,000 to the preference shareholders. But due to loss, I can't able to pay this 10,000 rupees. Next one, in 2011 also, I am incurred loss. So again, how much I need to pay dividend? That is 10,000. I can't able to pay this amount. Next one, but in 2012, I am incurred profit amount. How much? Profit is 50,000. In this year, dividend how much I need to pay? 10,000 of this year plus previous year how much? That is 20,000. So total I need to pay in this year, that is 30,000 as dividend. It is called as what? Cumulative preference shares. It is called as cumulative preference shares. It means this year dividend, due to loss I am going to pay in the next year. Even this year loss I am going to pay in the next year. It is called as what? Cumulative preference shares. Cumulative means adding up. Next one, what is non-cumulative? Non-cumulative means opposite. Go for first year, 2010 loss. So this year dividend I can't able to pay. Even 2011 I am incurred loss, so I can't pay this 2011 dividend. In 2012 I am incurred profit. How much? Profit is 50,000. In that year, how much dividend I need to pay? Only 10,000 I need to pay. Remaining profit is 5,000. This belongs to equity shareholders. Only this year dividend only I need to pay. I can't able to pay your previous year dividend. It is called as what? Non-cumulative preferences. Non-cumulative. Next one, what is participating and non-participating? Participating preference shares and non-participating preference shares. Example, my profit is how much here? 50,000. On this 50,000, I paid how much of dividend? Dividend I already paid how much? 10,000, right? Remaining how much is left out? Remaining is 5,000. This entire 5,000 is belongs to whom? This entire 5,000 is belongs to equity shareholders, correct? But when come to participating preference shares, after getting this 10,000 amount, again when come to 5,000, he is also getting some kind of part of profit, part of share or part of profit. It is called as what? Participating preference shares in the profit amount. They are in some kind of rights in the profit with whom? With equity shares. It is called as what? Participating preference shares. Non-participating means opposite. They don't have any kind of rights in the profits amount. Next one, what is redeemable? It is our main topic. Go for next one. What is irredeemable preferentials. What is irredeemable? Irredeemable preferentials in the sense I am going to take in 2010 I took through by preferentials. Assume it is through by preferentials. I took 1 lakh of rupees of amount. Rate is 10%. Right? Every year I am going to pay how much of rate? Only 10%. But when I am going to repay this amount, I am going to repay this rupees 1 lakh rupees of amount. I am going to repay this amount. How much? Rupees 1 lakh. It is called as what? Principal amount. I am going to repay this amount only at the time of liquidation of company. Only at the time of liquidation of company, I am going to repay your principal amount. But every year, I am going to pay what? Dividend for you. But principal amount I am going to repay only at the time of liquidation of company. It is called as what? Irredeemable preferentials. Then, what is redeemable preferentials? Simple. This principal amount I am going to pay within a specified period. Means before liquidation of company, before closing down of company, I need to repay your what? Your principal amount as well as your dividend. It is called as what? Redeemable preferentials. But as per income companies act, I need to repay your amount within 20 years. If I took your amount in 2010, before 2030, I need to repay your principal amount as well as your full dividend. It is called as what? Redeemable preferentials. One more is there, that is convertible and non-convertible. What is convertible preferentials? Convertible in a sense, they can convert their preferentials into equity shares. They are having some kind of such rate. It is called as convertible preferentials. Non-convertible means they can't able to convert into equity shares. But we are going to discuss only one, that is redeemable preferentials, that is redemption of preferentials. We are going to repay your amount within how many years? Within a specified period, that is before closing down of the company. How many years max to max? Max to max I can take only 20 years. Before 20 years, I need to repay your principal amount as well as your dividend amount. For this, we need to pass some kind of journal entries and we need to prepare some new balance sheet. But before going to directly into the journal entries, first take some kind of example. By giving an example, I think you will getting easy understand of by passing down of the entries. I am going to take you step by step, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Nearly we need to follow some nearly 7 to 8 steps, right? First, take an example. 10% preferentials of rupees how much? Assume it as rupees 1 lakh. I am the company, you are the preferential holders. From you, I took how much of amount? I took 1 lakh rupees of amount. Every year I need to pay some kind of dividend. How much is the dividend amount? Dividend is 10%. After like so many years, I need to repay your amount. How much amount I need to repay you? That is 1 lakh plus as well as some kind of dividend. For this, in my company, I am having some kind of P&L account reserves and all. Instead of touching off those kind of reserves and P&L account, I am going to issue again new shares. This is called as, it will become redemption now. I need to repay how much of amount now? 1 lakh, some kind of dividend here. By paying this amount, I am going to issue what? I am going to issue in some kind of new equity shares or again new preference shares. I am going to issue equity shares here. Assume it as I am issuing equity shares. Through my equity shares, I got like example 60,000. I need to repay how much of amount for the preference shares? Rupees 1 lakh. But through my equity shares, through my issuing of equity shares, I got only how much of amount? Only 60,000. Still how much amount I am requiring? Still that is 40,000 I need. I need to repay 1 lakh. Through my equity shares I got 60,000. Remaining how much amount I am requiring? Remaining 40,000. Where to get this 40,000? Then I need to go for, in my company I am maintaining some kind of reserve. right? In my company, I am maintaining some kind of P&L account, that is profit, as well as some kind of reserve, but we should not touch any kind of capital reserve. We need to consider only revenue reserves. By using those P&L account and reserve, I can get this 40,000. That is through by assuming as through by P&L account, I got how much of amount? Rupees 40,000. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1, first go for identification how much amount I need to repay to the preference shareholders. Right? Next one, to repay this amount, I am going to issue some kind of equity shares or preference shares. By using those equity shares and preference shares, how much amount I got? And remaining how much amount I am requiring. This requiring amount I can get through by P&L account or which one? That is reserve. Those amount I am transferring to one account, that is capital redemption reserve account. Be careful, this 40,000 amount I am getting from P&L account and reserve account. Those amount I am transferring to capital redemption reserve account. Next one, this comes in situation number 1. Next, same preference shares. I need to repay how much of amount? 1 lakh, but along with 1 lakh, I am paying some kind of extra amount. That is called as what? Premium. Assume it as I am paying some kind of extra amount. Premium is how much? 10,000. So today to the preference shareholders, how much amount I need to pay? That is 1 lakh or 10,000. Actual value is only 1 lakh. Actual value is only 1 lakh. Plus, along with this 1 lakh, I am paying some kind of extra amount. How much? That is 10,000. It is called as premium. So to the preference shareholders, how much amount I need to pay? That is 1 lakh or 10,000 I need to pay. Step 1. Next one, step 2, I am going to issue some kind of equity shares. Like example, assume it as actual equity shares. Assume it as this is the equity share. Equity share actual value is only, assume it as it is crossed around only 60,000. Actual value of equity shares is only 60,000. But I received actual value of equity shares how much? Only 60,000, but I received 10,000 extra. So totally I received how much of amount? So totally I received, that is 70,000. This comes on step number 2. You are following. Sometimes it crosses around opposite also. Like actual value is 60,000, but I received only 50,000. Remaining 10,000 it is called as what? Discount. If it is receiving more than the face value, it is called as premium. If you receive less than the face value, it is called as discount. Next one, step 1, step 2 over. Next go for step 3. So what is step 3? Balance amount I need to identify. What is the balance amount? How much actual value of preference shares? Actual face value. Actual face value of preference is how much? 1 lakh. Actual value of equity shares is how much? 60,000. Remaining how much amount I am requiring? Remaining 40,000. Right? This 40,000 I can raise through by what? Through by P&L account and through by some kind of reserve. This amount I am transferring to capital redemption reserve account. Capital redemption reserve account. This is for what? This is for face value. Face value of preference shares, face value of equity shares. Next one, go for extra amount. How much I need to pay? 10,000. Extra amount how much I received? 10,000. I think you are getting right. Face value of preference shares, face value of equity shares. One entry. Extra amount of preference shares, extra amount of equity shares. How much extra amount I need to repay? That is 10,000. It's a kind of loss. How much extra amount I received? 10,000. It is a profit. So go for this I need to pass one entry, that is step number 4. That is premium. For premium, I need to pass one separate entry. For face value, one entry. For premium, one entry. Next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. One entry for preference shares, one entry for equity shares. Then go for balancing. Face value, one entry. Premium, one entry. Next one, for the preference shareholders, how much amount I need to pay? For the preference shareholders, I need to pay 1,10,000. But I need to check out some kind of one account, that is bank account. In my bank, if it is there any kind of sufficient balance, it means it is more than 1,10,000 in the sense, no need to pass any kind of entries. But in my bank, I am having only 7,000. In my bank account, I am getting only 7,000. Remaining how much amount I am requiring? Remaining 30,000. Right? In that situation, I am going to sell what? I am going to sell some kind of asset. I am having some kind of land. I am having some kind of building. That is bank account data to some kind of asset account. How much amount I am requiring now? Remaining, that is 40,000. 40,000. Out of 1,10,000 in my bank, how much amount is there? That is 10,000. Remaining how much amount I am requiring? That is 40,000. This 40,000 I can raise through by what? That is selling of some kind of asset. Next one, last entry, that is preferential account data to bank account. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only past max to max we are getting 6 entries. Remaining 2 more entries is there, but maximum we are getting though these are the 6 entries. Now go for passing of entries. I think you are getting the understanding of the problem. Now we have to pass the journal entries. How to pass the journal entries? See here, this is called as actual value of preferentials. This actual, it is called as premium. To whom I need to pay? To the preference share holders. First one, entry, redeemable preferential capital account data. Redeemable preferential capital account data means actual face value. We are paying some kind of extra amount, that is premium on redemption account data. To whom? To preference shares. This comes under your first entry. Why premium is debited there? See, premium is a kind of loss for us. We are paying extra amount, not we are receiving extra amount. If you are receiving extra amount, it should be credited. If you are paying extra amount, it should be debited. Redeemable preferential capital account data, actual face value plus premium to whom? To the preferential holders. Redeemable preferential capital account data, premium on reduction of preferential account data to whom? To the preference shareholders. Entry for first one. To pay this amount, I am going to issue what? I am going to issue some kind of equity shares, right? Actual value is how much? 60,000. How much extra amount I received? So it is credited. Actual amount I received 10,000. Through by that I am getting some kind of amount, that is cash. Cash is coming in, right? That is bank account data to premium on issue account to equity share capital account. This is the entry for second one. Bank account data to premium on issue. See here, premium is I am receiving extra amount, not I am paying extra amount. If I am paying extra amount, debit. If I am receiving extra amount, credit. Bank account data to premium on issue account, not premium on redemption. That is premium on redemption. Premium on issue to equity share capital. See, face value of preferentials, face value of equity shares. Common. Premium on redemption, premium on issue. Common. Remaining is preferential to bank account. If it is discount entry, bank account data, discount on issue account data to equity share capital. Why discount is debited? Because I am getting loss there. If I am getting any kind of loss, debited. Bank account data, discount on issue account data to equity share capital account. Next one. Now go for preferentials, equity shares, premium. Preferentials how much? 1 lakh. Equity shares how much? 60,000. How much amount I am requiring still I am requiring 40,000. Where I can get this 40,000? I can get this 40,000 through by using P&L account and reserve. Even it is called as divisible profits. That is entry P&L account data, revenue reserve account data. I am transferring this amount to which account? That is capital redemption reserve. Capital redemption reserve account. P&L account data, reserve account data to capital redemption reserve account. Right? This is the for face value of preferential, face value of equity shares. 1. Now next go for extra amount. Extra amount repayment, extra amount we receive. How much extra amount we paid? 10,000. How much extra amount we received? 10,000. So pass the entry. So what is the entry here? That is premium on issue account data to premium on redemption account. Premium on issue account data to premium on redemption account. How much extra amount I received? 10,000. How much extra amount I need to pay? 10,000. So no need to pass any other separate entries. Suppose I received only 5,000 extra. But how much amount I need to pay? 10,000. In that situation, entry premium on issue account data. Then I need to use divisible profit. Premium on issue account data, P&L account data. Then go for reserve account data to premium on redemption account. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one, I need to go for identification of bank balance in my account. How much amount I need to pay? 1,10,000. In my bank, if it is sufficient balance amount of 1,10,000, no need to pass the entry. If not, we need to pass one entry, that is sale of asset. That is bank account data to asset account. Next one, last entry, that is preference shares account data to bank account. This is the entries we have to follow for redemption of preferences. But they are going to say one rule, that is actual value how much is preferences? 1 lakh. Assume it as rupees 100 each. Actual value of shares per share value is 100, but that person is paid only 80 rupees. Still how much amount he has to pay? Still 20 rupees he has to pay. Until payment of full amount, we can't able to redeem any kind of preferences. First step is we need to identify whether he is paid full amount or not. If not paid any kind of full amount, remaining how much amount he has to pay? Remaining 20 rupees he has to pay. This 20,000 number of shares is 1,000. Still how much he has to pay? Still 20,000. This 20,000 first we have to collect from the preferences. Then only we need to redeem almost all the kind of preferences. For this we have to use one entry, that is bank account data to calls in arrears account. If we made any kind of call, if we not made any kind of call, for that again we need to go for separate entries. First step is first identify whether they paid full amount or not. If not, first call them. That is final call account data to preferential capital account. Again bank account data to preferential first and final call. If you made any kind of call, then go for bank account data to calls in arrears account. After receiving the entire amount, then go for these are the entries. That is preference shares to premium to preference shareholders, bank account data if it premium to premium issue to equity shares, then face value one entry, premium one entry. Then go for bank, then last entry is preference shareholders account data to bank account. These are the entries we need to follow for reduction of preferences. In next video, we can solve some kind of previous year question papers. Thank you.